On this video, I am going to be reading First John, or second, yeah, First John, chapter 2, verses 3 through 6 in the Greek and in the Hebrew, along with grammatical analysis and commentary. And we're looking at John's writing to set forth what real belief in Jesus looks like at a time which may have been of the incipient Gnosticism that was permeating some of his readers and what they were doing. So I'm reading at verse 3. I had done 1 John 2, verses 1 and 2. So it reads, Kai en tuto genoskamen hate egnokamen autan, antas entalas autu te romen. And in this we are knowing that we have come to know him if we keep his commandments. Genoskamen is your present indicative active first person plural from genosko. How do we know that we have come to know him? If we keep his commandments. And egnokamen is from genosko. It is the perfect indicative active first person plural. Notice the augment and the kappa, giving it away as a perfect. You think of genosko and then egnon, and then egnoka is the perfect. So here we have the perfect indicative active first person plural. That we have come to know him if we keep his commandment. Teron is from tereo. It's the present subjunctive first person plural from tereo. So we can know that we have really come to know the Lord, he is saying, if we seek to keep his commandments. And that's a key as he is describing here. We then move on to the Hebrew text, the translation, Uvezot neda ki hikarnu oto im nishmor et mitzvotav. And in this we know. Neda is from the root yada. It is a cow imperfect first person plural from yada. So in this we know that we have really come to know. The root is nakar. Really have come to be acquainted with him. It's a hifil, perfect first common plural from nakar, that we have been caused to really become acquainted with him, im nishmur et mitzvotav, if we keep his commandments. Nishmur is the cow imperfect first common plural from shamar. This is how we know that we have come to know him if we keep his commandments. And then we move back to the Greek of verse 4. And it reads, Ha legon hate egnoka autan, kaitas intalas autu, me teron, pustes estin kai intuto he aletheia uk estin. The one who says that I have come to know him, and his commandments he is not keeping. He is a liar, and the truth is not in him. So ha legon, here's the article ha with the participle, present active participle, nominative masculine singular from lego. So the one who says that I have come to know him, egnoka is from genosko, again, the perfect indicative active first person singular from gnosko, and his commandments uh, he is not keeping. Teron, teron is the participle, present participle, active nominative masculine singular from tereo. He is a liar, and the truth is not in him. In other words, he's saying if one says, I've really come to know the Lord, but is not keeping his commandments, following what he's taught about love and the teaching of loving your neighbor as yourself, etc., he is a liar, and the truth is not in him. The Hebrew of verse 4 reads, Uvezot neda ki hikarnu oto im nishmor et mitzvotav. And then the one who says, Ha-omer hikartiv et mitzvotav lo yishmor kozev hu ha-emet ein bo. So the one who says, I have come to be acquainted with him or to know him, and his commandments he is not keeping. Notice hikarti is from nakar, penun verb, a hifil perfect first common singular with the pronominal suffix in the vav here. So the one who is saying, and by the way, omer, you have the definite article in ha. Omer is the cow participle masculine singular from amar. The one who says, I have come to know him and his commandments, lo yishmor, he does not keep. From the root shamar, to keep, it's the cow imperfect third masculine singular, then he is chosev or kozev. He is a liar. He is lying. Notice kozev is the cow participle masculine singular from kazav, to lie. He is lying, and the truth, v'ha emet ein bo. The truth is not in him. So then we move on to verse 5. Again, the Hebrew repeats in a good way or translated way of what the Greek had said. So now we move on to verse 5. Hasta an tere autu tan lagan. Alethos en tuto he agape tu theu, tetele otai, in tuto genoska men hate in auto esmin. That is, whosoever keeps his word, truly in this one, the love of God has been perfected. In this we know that we are in him. So as we work at the grammar, the relative pronoun whosoever keeps, tere, is your present subjunctive third person singular from tereo, whosoever keeps his word. Truly in this one, the love of God, teteleotai, has been perfected. From teleao, to perfect, it is the perfect indicative passive, third person singular from teleao. Notice the reduplication indicative of a perfect. The love of God has been perfected. In this, then, we know, or we are knowing, that in him we are. Genoska men is the present indicative active first person plural from genosko. We know that we are in him. And esmin is your present indicative active first person plural from a me. So then looking at the Hebrew of verse 5, it reads, Avel Aval hashomer et devro bo nishlama be'emet ahavat Elohim uvezot neda ki vo anachnu. That is, barely, uh, or truly, Aval, the one who is keeping his word. Ha shomer, the definite article in the ha, the cow past or the cow participle um, from shomer, the cow participle masculine singular. So the one who keeps his word in him, nishlama, is, can I say, fully uh, fulfilling from shalom, bringing to a completion or fulfilling. He is fulfilling, or the love of God is being fulfilled. It's a nifal, perfect, third feminine singular from shalom, is being fulfilled in him. Uvazot neda ki vo anachnu. And in this we know that in him we are. Notice neda is from yada. It's the cow imperfect first common plural from yada. Historically, probably a pei vav root where the vav has elided, and we have compensatory lengthening under the noon here to a tsere. So nivda becoming neda with the elision of the vav. So this is the way we know that we are in Him. If we can know truly, we can know that the one who keeps His word, the love of God has been made complete in Him, and that we can know that we are in Him. And then finally, verse 6 in the Greek, as we continue, reads Halekon en automenen afele katos ekenas peripates tes peripatesen kaiautas hutos peripaten. That is, the one who is saying in him to remain. Uh, ought just as that one walked, thus he himself to walk. And ha legon is the article with the participle legon from lego, present active participle nominative masculine singular from lego. So the one who says in him menen to abide, or to be abiding from menno. You think of luo chart, luane, to continue to lose. So it's the one who says in him to continue to abide, ought, from a phalo, present indicative active third person singular, ought, just as that one peripatesen, just as that one walked. Notice from peripateo, aorist indicative active third person singular, just as that one walked, thus he himself peripatein to walk. From peripateo, the aorist, the present infinitive active from peripateo. So the one who really is saying that I'm abiding in him, just as that one walked, this person ought to walk, he's saying. And how true that is not only in John's addressing incipient Gnosticism, but is true today. If we say that we are abiding in Christ, we need to walk as he has walked. So then, looking at the Hebrew, Ha'omer kibo ya'amod alav, and the one who is saying that in him he stands. Ya'amod is the, by the way, Omer is the cow participle masculine singular from Amad, preceded by the definite article. The one who says in him he stands, Ya'amod from Amad, cow imperfect third masculine singular, uh, upon him to walk, or by him it is necessary to walk. Lehithalek is the hitpael infinitive construct from halak, to walk in the way, b'derek asher gam hu halak, in the way which he himself walked. And halak is the cow perfect, third masculine singular, from the root halak. So again, the Hebrew translation uh, by Delitzsch is very good and very clear from the Greek text. And Delitzsch, by the way, is public domain, and so I enjoy using him because I think it might be closest to what the Hebrew might have sounded like back in the day, in John's day. But let me just stop there. The point is, if we say that we abide in him, we need to keep his commandments and walk as he walked. And the Gnostics were not doing that, the incipient Gnostics. And so John is writing to encourage his readers to walk as he walked. And that's applicable today. We need to walk as Jesus walked and not according to the pattern of the world or in a worldly way or in a hurtful way, but to walk in the way he walked. And this is always the encouragement of those who are followers of Christ.